Hello there guys, and welcome back to another epic Inexorable maths video. In this video we're taking a look at more polynomial long division. This is the third part of our saga of polynomial long division. I hope that you're happy so far with parts 1 and 2 and the content that we covered in there. If not, I would definitely recommend going through some textbooks, something like that, just to make sure you're really happy with it, because what we're about to do here is slightly harder for two reasons. So we're going to read the question, see what's going on here, and have a think about why this is harder than the previous two videos. Okay, there's two reasons. Okay, here's the question. F of x equals 4x to the 4 minus 17x squared plus 4. Divide f of x by 2x plus 1, and hence write f of x in the form 2x plus 1 times ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, and d are constants to be found. That basically means we need to find a, b, c, and d. That's the point of the question, right? Okay. Why is this harder? Two reasons. Primarily two reasons. Obviously, it's a long-winded question. You know, it's a very exam question-esque. But even if you don't count that, there's two reasons. First of all, there's a 2x plus 1 instead of just an x plus 1 or an x plus whatever. It's a 2x. So we need to watch out for that. That's one reason. The second reason you might not notice it is actually the fact that we've got 4x to the 4 minus 17x squared. Well, hold on, we're missing out an x to the 3. And we're also missing out an x to the 1, because it's 4x to the 4, nothing, minus 17x squared, nothing, plus 4. There's two terms missing here. So we have a 0x cubed and a 0x, don't we? And actually, something about polynomial long division which you need to watch out for is you need to write 0x cubed, 0x, if those terms aren't there. It won't work otherwise. So you can't just put 4x to the 4 minus 17x squared plus 4 underneath and just expect it to work. It won't. So we'll dive into this question right now, and I'll explain what I'm talking about here. So here's how we start it off. Just like always, we take our 2x plus 1. That is the denominator of the fraction. Divide f of x by 2x plus 1. That means f of x, so 4x to the 4 minus 17x squared plus 4, divided by 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 is on the denominator. So we take our 2x plus 1, and underneath our little, bus stop, or whatever you want to call it, we have our 4x to the 4. And this is where it's really important, guys. You can't just write minus 17x squared. You have to write plus 0x cubed. Okay, there are no x cubes, so we're not changing anything. It is 0x cubed, but you can't ignore it, because otherwise things won't line up. And you'll see why in a moment. You'll see it all come to fruition. Then we can write minus 17x squared, because that's the next term. Notice the indices here; they are decreasing. You need to write all of them. And just like how we did 0x cubed, you also need to do 0x. So it's plus 0x, x to the 1 or whatever, plus 4. Okay? You need to do that every time. So if it was if it started with like an x to the 5 or something and it was missing out an x to the 4, you'd write 0x to the 4, So you need to write 0 times whatever is missing in order for this to work, basically. So, okay, this is longer as well, because it's an x to the 4. We haven't dealt with one of those yet. So it's actually, there's more margin for a mistake. So, yeah, this is going to be difficult, but we've got this. We're going to work through it. Okay, so let's actually just begin this thing. So we do the same thing as always. We take our 4x to the 4, the first term, and we divide it by the x term, which is 2x this time. So we need to do 4x to the 4 divided by 2x, okay? That is going to be 2x cubed, okay? I hope that we agree with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our 2x cubed up here, 2x cubed, there it is. Then we're going to take away, always put the minus sign, always put the brackets, 2x cubed times 2x plus 1, whole thing. So 2x cubed times 2x is 4x to the 4. Again, these terms need to be the same. Oh, look, they are. Okay, we're doing it right. If they're not the same, then you have done it wrong. 2x cubed, then times by 1, is just plus 2x cubed. And this is why we have to write 0x cubed there. Because look, we are actually getting an x cubed term being taken away. So if we hadn't written 0x cubed, everything would have been out of alignment. Because we would have our minus 17x squared above the 2x cubed. And you can't really take those away from each other. So you have to write out the 0x cubed. That's just really showing you. That's proof right there. Okay, and then we do a line under the whole thing. And we are going to take away 4x to the 4 and 4x to the 4. Again, you should always be getting 0 there, because it's the same thing. Take away the same thing. And then 0x cubed, take away 2x cubed. That right there is minus 2x cubed. And then everything else, everybody else just comes down, okay? So we get minus 17x squared plus 0x plus 4, just like that. Amazing. And then we do the same thing, same method. So minus 2x cubed times 2x, or divide by 2x, I mean. Okay, let's write this out. Minus 2x cubed divided by 2x. What's that? That's equal to minus x squared. Okay, there's a minus in front of that. So we have minus x squared there. So we will come up, and that's what we'll write. It's minus x squared. Brilliant. And I'll also rub out that random line that I just drew. That arrow. Not needed. Okay. So continuing on, we then do our minus x squared times by 2x plus 1, whole thing. So remember there's a minus in front of that x squared as well. So it's minus, that's always there. And then it's minus x squared times 2x. That is minus 2x cubed. Again, these terms should be the same. They are. Amazing. It's going well. Then we get minus x squared times 1. So it's minus x squared, just like that. And then we can put a line right there, just like so. And we can take things away. So minus 2x cubed minus minus 2x cubed. That's 0, because it's minus 2x cubed plus 2x cubed. And then we get minus 17x squared minus minus x squared. That's minus 17x squared plus x squared, which gives us minus 16x squared plus 0x plus 4, okay, because these guys, once again, come down. Okay, same thing. Minus 16x squared divided by the 2x term. So it's always the x term or the 2x or the 3x or, whatever's there. Okay. That's equal to minus 8x, isn't it? Okay. So we can see that, hopefully. I hope that we can see that. So it's minus 8x. Just like that. Okay, good, good, good. So then we do our minus sign here. And we times that minus 8x by this whole bracket. So minus 8x times 2x. Okay. Minus 8x and 2x, that's minus 16x squared. Again, these guys need to be the same. They are. Amazing. Awesome. Okay. And minus 8x times 1 is minus 8x. And again, we can see that 0x there. Pretty important that it's there, because we're going to need to take some things away from it. And we can't do that if it's not there. So 16x squared minus minus 16x squared is 0. Again, we should be, look at all these zeros. Pay attention to that. We should always be getting zeros coming down like that, otherwise you're doing it wrong. Okay, and then we do 0x minus minus 8x. That's plus 8x. Good. And the 4 can come down. So we get plus 4. This is looking very good. So then we take our 8x. Same thing. We divide it by the 2x term. It's always dividing by the 2x term. That's equal to the number 4. Okay. So we have the number 4 right there. He's chilling out. The number 4 comes up to the top. And we add 4 right there. Plus 4. We then do 4 times 2x plus 1. Yeah, so 4 times 2x plus 1, just like always. Okay. And we take that away. So 4 times 2x, that's 8x. Oh, look at that. They're the same. We're doing it right. And 4 times 1, or 4 times plus 1, is 4. Just like that, okay? So that was 4 times 2x and 4 times 1. Okay. 8x minus 8x is 0. Good. And 4 minus 4 is 0. Just like that. And so we have zeros. That's what we're looking for. Once we get to the zeros, we're finished. And look at that. We've got our answer. So it turns out that we can say that, I'll abbreviate it for short, f of x was 4x to the 4 minus 17x squared plus 4. So we can say that f of x divided by 2x plus 1 was actually equal to 2x cubed minus x squared minus 8x plus 4. Just like that. And so then, that's not the end of the question. It then says, divide f of x by 2x plus 1. Okay, we did that. And hence write f of x in the form 2x plus 1 times ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. We haven't done that bit yet. But that's really easy compared to what we just did, because we just make f of x the subject. So we just say f of x is equal to, and we multiply the left and the right by 2x plus 1. And then we get 2x plus 1 times 2x cubed minus 8x squared. So by minus 1x squared rather, minus 8x plus 4, just like that. And from here you can see f of x equals 2x plus 1, that's what it wanted. It wanted 2x plus 1 times some cubic equation, which is what we've got here. And this right here is our ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So this is the answer. This is the answer. And you could say, if you wanted to, a equals 2, b equals minus 1, c equals minus 8, and d equals 4. You can say that if you want to, because these are just the corresponding. That, there's a, there's b, there's c, there's d. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Highly appreciated it. If you are struggling with this topic again, check out some textbooks, stuff like that. But we'll in the next video we're going to look at like remainders and see what happens when you don't get zeros at the bottom, because sometimes you do not get zeros at the bottom right here. So we'll check that out in the next video. But I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.